spell. Thank you, Kathy. All right, let's go back to the scientist. Chris, take us through slow motion of our two players here.
Well, two different styles. Tennelle with a little bit lower backswing, much lower down at the foul line, used a lot of power. Tennelle is further right of Kelly. Kelly will have to use her axis rotation and take advantage, while Tennelle will have to use her ball speed to overpower the friction.
The top seed down 30. I don't think either one of you were happy with that shot. She wasn't, and neither were you.
It's a bad break there. She's going to go with two different balls. Same ball that flat 10 last time. She makes the adjustment off of it. This one comes back. Watch the 4-pin. Falls straight back instead of going into the 7-pin like it's supposed to.
Both these ladies in search of their second Queens championship. And for Tennelle, what would that second Queens championship mean to her?
It's just going into the record books with the other multi-titleists of this event, because this is a very hard event to win. And to win it twice, I guess the stars were all aligned for me to do so.
The stars have not been lined up. I know we have a full moon outside here in El-Paso, but the stars have not lined up for Tennelle in this championship match. Not yet.
Still has some room.
I heard good shot in the background, and I agreed with that. The 8-pin was a late arrival, and it got knocked out just at the last second, leaving her with a stiff 10.
Pretty good shot here. Firm and up the lane on this left lane that hooks more. She's using a weaker ball and a weaker pin. It's bad news right there, because that shot has struck for her all the way through match play. A bad time to desert her.
Well, let's take a look at Queens champions in this past decade, and you'll see some very familiar names up there. Wendy McPherson, of course, the great Carolyn Doran Ballard, who finished 6th here. Kim Terrell, a Hall of Famer. Kim Terrell Kearney now. Wendy McPherson again. And you see our two competitors, Tennelle Milligan and Kelly Kulick, having picked up a Queens title. Linda Barnes in 08, Liz Johnson a year ago, who defeated Kelly Kulick, and Kelly now in command of the championship match to get that second Queens. For a 4-bagger? No problem. And what would the winner take home besides the beautiful trophy and the tiara? How about that? $25,000 for the champion.
Well, the situation is this. Tennelle Milligan can max out at 216. Kelly is on a 227 pace right now if she were to stay clean.
And just like that, Chris, the door, I don't want to say swings all the way open, but there's room for a foot.
Where there once was no light.
Well, listen, that's how Kelly got here. Don't forget, she needed a big break to advance in that second match against Missy Bellander.
5-pin slices right in front of the 8. It's unbelievable after watching that ball mow through him last frame.
And there wasn't a different shot, right? There wasn't a radically different shot or a bad throw.
Not radically. It was about a half a mile. Actually, it's only 0.2 miles an hour faster. She missed it just a little bit at the bottom, maybe. 20 RPMs lower. I mean, such a small difference, though, in the big scheme of things for that result.
Well, the question now for Tennelle Milligan, can she find that beast mode that got her in the #1 seed? Six-pin not cooperating. She really needed a strike there to take advantage of that open.
Yeah, where last time she goes perfectly high flush, a little too high flush. This time the 6 goes right in the flat gutter. The 6 right and clunk for for the flat 10.
Got everybody in the crowd getting a little thrilled there. This is the first of 3 consecutive weeks of bowling on ESPN2. Next week, the best in college bowling square off in the men's and women's finals of the Intercollegiate Bowling Championships. That's Wednesday, May 5th at 9 p.m. Then the following week, it's another major tournament for the women as the championship round finals of the 2010 U.S. Women's Open are contested from the International Training and Research Center in Arlington, Texas, Wednesday, May 12th at 8 p.m. Cannot wait for that.
Must strike.
Did strike.
A small sliver of hope.
Her best reaction of the evening.
Really good shot here. You can see the great leverage that Tennelle has at the foul line. That's what gets her through on these tougher patterns. And that one goes straight through him for 10 in the pit.
One time, yeah!
And the most emotion we've had out of Kelly so far with a beautiful shot in the foundation frame.
She knows that one's huge. Now she just needs a mark in the 10th frame, and she will be this year's champion.
You know, I want to see you do that. I want a Chris Barnes bowling shirt with you on it.
Well,
with that same kind of tough look, too.
I figure she didn't have an advisor. Somebody needed to watch her back.
So she's watching her own. There you go. She's done it. Kelly Kulick has won her 2nd Queens title. What a year she is having. She talked about the expectations, how high they are ever since she won that Tournament of Champions on the PBA Tour, and how people expect so much from her. I don't think anybody expects more of her than she does.
Yeah, I'm not sure anyone does. And it all started a couple years ago when she was the first woman to become exempt on tour. Had a huge amount of expectations. That didn't go so well, but she's persevered and come back even stronger than ever.
And she'll finish like a champion, too. Well, she's a great closer. You mentioned that exemption. She rolled a 300 game on the final day to help earn that exemption a few years ago. Her first professional title ever was a major, the 2003 U.S. Women's Open. She finished 2nd in this event last year, and she will make it her 2nd title in the USBC-Queens.
The experience from that year on PBA Tour is what's made her a champion now. She's great on every pattern.
That's all right. And again, Chris, up the ladder she went. Her scores improved in every single game.
A really great performance. Really showed off her versatility. She played left at the beginning. It was the wrong choice. She was smart enough to make the move. Bailed her out that first game. Bowled a great match. Made another great move in the 2nd match that bailed her out with a lot of good fortune and a huge and terrible break by Missy. Made the ball change for the title match. That also turned out to be the right move.
And don't forget, in that match against Missy, though, Kelly had to put the pressure on.
I know.
She had to strike out, and she did.
Coming home to you, baby.
Tennelle talking about getting to come home to see her baby girl.
Ooh, spare.
Well, we'll see her in Arlington. That's home, and she'll certainly be one of the people to beat at the U.S. Women's Open.
She's riding a pretty good streak now.
By the way, Chris will front that 100, just so you know if she makes this.
You don't know me very well.
Yeah, actually I do. I know the answer to that is no way.
That's a great try at it, too. Gonna make it. That's your best chance.
Now, Kelly Kulick is your USBC-Queens champion in 2010. So the Jersey girl takes down the OC3
Thank you.
to take home the trophy.
Unbelievable.
That's some valuable carry-on luggage there.
Thank you, El-Paso.
Thank you, Kelly Kulick, for a great show, coming from the 4th place all the way up the stepladder to her 2nd Queens Championship.